Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, let me tell you logic of this particular video. Simple. I took a session on last 30 days and I've got a lot of comments, people sharing concerns. So I replied to most of them, but I also thought that it'll be helpful for everyone if I pick those comments and answer those comments and create this video answering those comments. Okay, so we have to know how many are there. There are about 10 questions. Let me answer all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this will be wonderful and you learn a lot of things. Okay, so let's hit the comment box. And what is the first one? Prema's question. Thanks, sir. Thank you also. Your all advice and guidance is important for us. Make more videos about strategy and how to score more marks in GK. So you've asking two questions, strategy and GK. Let me start with strategy. What is a strategy? Strategy, my strategy is KISS. Keep it simple, silly. That's a strategy. There is no strategy. The only thing that matters is that in the paper, when I have certain sort of idea in terms of what score to get, but don't have a fixed target. I have to get 120, I have to get 100 plus. No, nothing. We don't know what the paper is going to be. Yes, last year 100 was a great mark. Year before that 90 was a great mark. This year we don't know what is going to be the great mark. It could be 110, it could be 90, it could be 70, it could be 120. Who knows? So let's not have a fixed plan of action when we go there. Only thing that will follow is this, that everything that I know I will mark. Things that I don't know I won't mark. Simple. Number one. Number two, I am always interested in marks every minute. I am interested in marks per minute, which means every single second that I'm spending there in the paper is to get marks. So anything that I'm doing, which is outcome, is not getting me marks. So whatever time that I'm spending is waste. And that is thinking. Let's say in reading, I've got four options. I eliminated two options. I'm getting confused between two options. I'm still thinking what to do. Let me go back to the passage. Why? Because I read the passage. Otherwise, passage will feel bad. No, I'm leaving one question. What will passage feel? Nah. If you are confused between two options, how can you resolve it? You'll go back to the passage. You'll come back to the passage. Just leave it. Leave it. Another thing in GK, I've seen a lot of people going ABCD. Oh, let me crack this code. Okay, let me crack this. Who is the president of Uganda? Must be some name. Oh, this looks like Rodriguez. Rodriguez can't be from Uganda. How is Rodriguez from Uganda? Oblongo. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Don't do all these things. Don't don't do all these things. If you know, you mark. If you don't know, you don't mark. Okay. Maths. We have keep things simple. Look at the set. Just you don't have to solve all the five questions. Whatever you pick, you pick. If let's say you solve something and your answer is not there, you got answer 25. None of the answer choices is 25. Oh my god, what should I do? Let me redo all things. No, don't redo. Just move on. Go to the next one. Marks per minute is important. That's the only strategy that matters. How to score marks in GK? Be sensible. How to score marks in GK? You need to know stuff. So you have to make some decisions. We have got 30 days. We can't do everything. We have to revise a few things. I'm guessing, assuming that you're already studying for GK. So we'll have to figure out when to start and when to end, first of all, right? And we can't say that I'm going to do 12 months. Okay. CLAT is in June 19th, I think. I don't know what the date is. Okay. It's a paper based test. The paper has to get set, paper has to get printed. I'm sure that there is no way an article from 18th is going to come. 17th is going to come. At least 1 week will definitely not come. I don't think June will come. So I'm guessing, at least magically somebody can set the paper on 1st of June, get everything set. Okay, revise, look everything. Okay, let's make it create a what do you say, PDF of the test, send it for printing, collect it, distribute all the centers. My feeling is that this will require at least 30 days. So I think that you can probably put a stop in 15th May is what I'm thinking. Oh, this is a bet, of course. Okay, I'm not saying that is impossible. This is 15th May bet. When you go back to where will you go back? All the current affairs moves, right? Events moves, news stories moves. So March, April for sure, very very hot. Maybe go back February, go back Jan, maybe December. Beyond that, we don't have time. So we are hoping that this is what it is. If the cat is going to ask questions, everything from last year September, I'm sure that nobody's going to answer anyways. It's the relative test, so it's okay. Which human being sitting and looking at September last year, July? This is fine. And what I'll do is that here, number one, there are a lot of events that is happening. So we'll have to make some bets. Number one, I need to have some sort of resource. I'm sure you have something, a compendium, weekly compendium, whichever company that you have. So what LST provide is month and weekly. So every week maybe some 100 events. So 100 events per week. And the second thing is that some of the events I would want to go in depth. So I'll probably will make some sense. You could ask your teacher or you make your thing is that I'm going to probably bet on maybe about 10 events that week that I'm going to go in depth. So in a month, I have 400 events in general I would want to look at. I want to go revise, and 40 events per month I'm going to go in depth. That's how much can I do? In depth would mean that this would probably take about an hour's time, right? Each of them. So that's like 40 hours for a month. And this is like on an average, each event maybe about 10 minutes. Okay, so we're looking at 4,000 divided by 60. If a math is right, 6 or 36. That's about 60 hours. So it's almost like saying that I would want to look at, if you want to ekdam do it well, you're looking at 100 hours. Ekdam, deep, deep, deep. 30 days, or 300 hours for 3 months. What will you do? So you'll have to make some sense. Okay, let me cut it down 5 minutes. Maybe look at this about maybe instead of 40 for 1 hour, maybe let me look at about 45 minutes. Spend about 30 hours here. Month 30 40 hours, so maybe about 40 hours is what I can probably look at per month. How many months can I knock off? 1 2 for sure. These 2 months I'm going to spend a little more time because that is going to be hotter. So maybe I'll do 40 here. Maybe these months I'll probably look at about 20 hours here. Maybe here about another 20 hours because I'm looking at half 60 120 plus 40 160 hours. 160 hours for 30 days. That's almost 5 hours per day. Manageable. Yeah, that's probably the sensible thing that I would do. Okay. Number two, Altaf. Hello, sir. Really enjoyed this session and certainly motivated me. Wonderful. My mock score is about 75. English 15 to 20, current affairs 10, and grade, I think it's 10, 25 to 30, 15, 20, quant 5. I'm really weak in current affairs. And I've started reading the month end from today. What? And I'll be completing the month end from May 2022 to now. What does completing mean? If you remember everything, if you're very good, some people have that skill set. I don't. Is that if you read once, it suddenly gets into your head. Within 2 months. What do you mean 2 months? This is 11 hours ago. What is 2 months you have? You don't have 2 months. Which exam are we taking? We've got 1 month. Hoping it'll improve my CA score. Okay, if you study, it'll improve your score. Like just like what I talked here about your current affairs. Do that. Okay, number one. That's what I think that you should do. So you already have a reading score all put together. Let's say on a bare minimum, I'm looking at what 30, 55. So I think this is about 60s. And the current affairs, maybe if you can get to about 25-ish, that will get your score to 85. We probably need to add a little bit of quant, maybe get this to 10. I think the only way to get this to 10 at this point in time is not to, I think, start mugging quants, but give time in the paper for quants. For that to happen, you have to be sensible when you look at the other three sections. Maybe if you can actually push it to 30, things should work. Yeah. There is nothing called really weak in CA. Really weak means what? You did not really study for current affairs. That's what that means. How can anyone be weak in knowledge? Weak in you've got certain skill set that you're weak in, understandable. Otherwise, it's knowledge base. Okay. Ayush, hello sir. Thank you for the wonderful session. My scores are around 65 to 70. My attempts remain approximately 115 to 125, where CA plus QT is 25 to 35. Reading is 30 to 35. I'm practicing RCCR legal a lot. Then also my score is not getting up. How should I improve my score? Okay, first of all, let me make some Let me look at this data, make some. Okay, so you are attempting 100 and let me just put 120 is your attempt. The score that you're getting from CA plus QT is 25 to let me currently put 30, which means I'm guessing that your attempt would be about 40 there, probably get there. And remaining you are attempting, so which means basically you're attempting close to about 70-75 questions from reading, out of which you are getting a score of 30 to 35. That's what is happening. To attempt the 75 questions, I'm guessing that you're probably spending at least 80 minutes, maybe even 90 minutes. And to get a course 30-35, what is the point? If you're eventually going to get a score of 30, spend only 30 minutes. No. Okay, fine. Fine. Our first job is this 25 to 35. So your QT is CA plus QT is 25 to 35. I think is it possible to look at this move from 35 to 40? For that, this could be either 30, this could be 5, or this would be 25, this could be 10, this could be 30, this could be 10, or this could even be 15, this could be 20, whatever that is. Okay, push it in such a manner that you get about 30 to 40. Okay, now what we all therefore, if you want to get a score of sort of 90, what we need from reading is about 60. That will get a score close to about 100ish. Okay, 50. Okay, let's work on that. Let's work on that. Now you're practicing lot many stuff. Let me ask you this: if I've solved, let's say, 300 RC passages, my score has not improved. So what is the guarantee that in the next 50 passages your score will improve? If you're practicing something, do you have a specific plan in terms, okay, I know I'm doing this, the score is definitely going to improve, I identify this. If there is no sort of answer to that question, then you're just wasting time, right? Out of this three area, my suggestion would be to focus on legal. I think legal, we can get to 30. Okay, what is legal after all? Legal gives you a whole lot of passage. The passage has got principle explained. If you look at the old fact principle question, the Purana wala, the old one, the principle was 1-2 lines. This 1-2 line principle is now becoming paragraphs. So my first suggestion, let's say if you are 30 to 35 range, is just let's just focus on legal. We can't do everything because we'll have to work on this as well, right? Working on this will require, I think that you have to look at CA. We need to have time. So here let's look at legal. We can do the old fact principle question. So that covers a lot of principle. I'm sure that you have got access to it. And then let's do legal. Let's just do legal. Okay. And let's say work towards 30 as plan number one. Let's look at the CA plus QT. And let's get to about 35 to 40 range. So that gets our score to 65 to 70 range. Then I'm guessing that I'm sure that from RC plus CR, we will get 20, no? That itself will get your score to 90. If you get 25, you'll get 95, you get 30, 15, 50, that's it. So what extra I have to do? I think that this 30 to 35 means that you're making a lot of mistakes. And I'm guessing the reason why I'm making a lot of mistake, I'm also guessing the reason why I'm making a lot of mistake is you have this attitude. I'm guessing. Just all our guesses. When I read the passage, I have to answer all the questions. Why? If you're confused, just move on. Anyway, if I look at this, this is 30 questions, this is 30 questions. There are 60 questions available to me, right? I want to hit a score of, let's say, 25. I can leave 45 questions. No, sorry, 35 questions. I can leave. Just don't leave 35 questions, all the five in one passage. In every passage, leave one or two questions, two questions. So you'll save a lot of time to get there. Assuming, of course, your accuracy is decent. So that's what I think you should do. Make a sensible plan, Ayush. Make a sensible plan. Mamta, thank you for amazing session, sir. My scores are 75 to 80. English is 24 26. GK is 6. What is this? 6 to 8. And look at your scores in legal, 36 to 38. Critical reasoning is this. What is this? If I look at your reading score, this is amazing. 24 to, and your problem with critical reasoning. You don't have any problem with critical reasoning, ignore it. Let's just ignore only. You're getting 15 no. So I'm looking at on an average, you're getting 15 here. I can see that you're getting about 37. And you see that you're getting 25. These three put together, I'm what? This is about 25. This is about what? 25. 40, 77. You're already getting close to 77 from here. Basically, you're not getting anything else. Your 75, 80 is actually a reading score. Where will you improve it more? Where will it go? Even if let's say that I'm going to spend lot many time in critical reasoning, up to what 10 more marks? That is like unbelievable effort, and you can probably get 10 more marks. And the passage also has to help you. Where is improvement? While I can see here, let me pick what color. Okay, I can see here quantities 1 and 2. I do have 10 minutes for QT. Wow. What does that even? Well, so first of all, to solve GK question 6 to 8 questions, you'll probably will take 3 minutes unless you're wasting time reading passages or thinking about questions. 3 minutes. So you should have time, which means don't get stuck here. You're good in reading, so make judgment, right? Save time by not getting stuck in questions. Just move on to the next one. You'll save some time. Let's add this 10 minutes to let's say 15, may even 20. This is possible. Get this QT score moved. I think you're doing one set, right? You end up getting stuck in calculation. Don't get stuck. Move on to the next one. Select the set. No, have a look at the 3 set. Look at the one that you want to pick. Let's pick up a couple of sets and solve 2 sets. If you get stuck anywhere, just move on. Just move on, and then maybe get a score close to about 8ish. And I think that, or maybe at least 5, 8 there. Okay, and let's just keep this as it is. Let's not worry about it. And eat, drink, sleep, poop, GK. All you need to get 95 is that if I can add, let's say, another 5 from here, and we can add here another 10. 10. This is going to get you a score of 95. With such an amazing score in reading. Mamta, just I don't seem to have enough time to complete any of my daily goals. First of all, reduce your goals. We have just 2 goals. Don't take unnecessarily too many mocks. Every 5 days, take one mock test. That should take care of other areas. Okay, just reduce your goals. You don't have too many goals. Second goal is GK, 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 GK. Quantitative technique is basically becoming a sensible test taker. Don't study too much. In this next set of mock tests that you're doing, plan yourself in such a manner. Don't get stuck, to ensure that you get enough time to solve this quantitative technique question. You may go back and look at the previous mock and solve. Look at every single mock test that you've taken so far. Pick up a couple of sets and just practice that, and that's it. Then you'll be able to do. Let me look at a time. You wake up in the morning, you're doing GK. Well, breakfast GK, lunch GK, dinner GK. Before you go to bed GK. Your break time is watching some GK videos. You're doing GK, and you will get enough time for my goals. Don't have too many goals. Keep simple goals. Life will be okay. Dream fight with the clubs. Thank you so much for the session. Whenever I watch your video, positivity comes along with it. Oh, wonderful. My recent score in CDC 20 is 87. That was fun. Okay. Now, what is essentially happening here? Dream fight is that one mock has came and told you, bang. One mock whacked us, and we are going. This happens all the time, right? If I have a bad mock, I'm going to sit and worry about, oh my God, if this is CLAT, what is going to happen? If we have a good mock, mock is easy. We are always self doubting. One mock, no, ignore it. Okay. So let me assume, for example, this is you are in the 90s. Where are we? English 14.5, legal 33.5, logic 11.25. Okay. So let's look at your legal is about 30s, English about 15s, and this is about 10, 12ish. Okay. So you are like, let's say about 57. So you're about 60ish. Okay. We have to get 110. So 110 with respect to this, which is going to be problematic. You have to add 50 more. Okay. Your GK is 23.25. So we need to add little bit here. 23.25, which means this has to go to 30. So GK is your quantity only 5. This has to go to 10, 15. That will get your score to 40. Okay. Like I said, for this to go to 10, you need to give time for quant. Today, I'm not thinking that you're not giving time for quant. And this 11.25 and 14.5 suggests you're doing a lot of attempts. If I read a passage, I have to attempt. My feeling is that since in your mind you're hitting a score of 110, you're first of all thinking I should attempt at least 130, 140 questions. You're attempting question whether you, and you're taking a lot of gambling. That's what I'm thinking what's happening in your case. This is my gut feeling today. All my, tell me in your comments, let me know, ladies and gentlemen, if my gut feelings are right. How many of these gut feelings have got right? You have to let me know in the comments. So put it on the comment box, tell sir you got it right. You can give 12 hours every day. Okay, first of all, if you can give 12 hours every day, let's give at least 8 hours every day for GK. Oh, that is too much. Yes, that is not too much, but you have to hit your GK, get it up. GK will move. And let's do quant. Be sensible. Be sensible in the test taking thing. What is that? The only way to look at these two things, English and logical, is to be a sensible test taker. When they saying logic 11.25, this is just a CDC 20, which I'm guessing that the logic is tough. So take it. Don't go make a decision. Don't keep change your plan based on one mock test. Have one plan and stick to that one plan towards the end. Mock score goes down, it's okay. Goes up, it's okay. We are sticking to one plan, right? So here, what I'm basically guessing that this getting into about 70, 80 means that your these two section, the paper should be better or in the easier. I'm guessing 2020 CDC 20. Most of people score actually went down. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't think it's a problem. Let's focus on getting this fellow up. I'm confused. Should I practice a lot or should I revise number of marks? Someone suggested to give on daily basis. Who is this someone? First of all, this someone, please never talk to this someone in your life till the client. Obviously, talk to that someone. Don't take advice. What advice is this? You take the mock test every single day, magically scores will improve. What? What is? What? 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 What advice is this? Taking a mock test is like looking in a mirror. Let's say I want to look really good. Look, currently look at my face. I look there. So every day in the morning, I go look myself in the mirror, and then again next day I look in my mirror. My looks are not improving. Go to the gym, do some work. You can change a few things about your. How does it help? It doesn't help. Make a plan. So we need to have. Let's look at it 12 hours. Okay, let's take 8 hours every single day and give it to GK. All right. And on a non-test day, so let's say every 4th day is your test day. So with the remaining 4 hours, you take the test, do the analysis of the tests, and make a plan of action. Okay, every 4th day can be a test day. If it is not test day, you have got 4 hours. Okay, here I'm guessing that let's work on this fellow here, ensuring that you revise the previous sort of QT questions and pick up one area and do some basic amount of work. That's what I think you can do. If you keep on taking the mock test unnecessarily, mock test will mean that it doesn't make sense to take mock test every single day. That just doesn't make any sense. I will also say maybe take this to 9 hours and maybe take it to 3 hours also, because this we can improve. You're at 23. There's a lot of things to improve. If there is one section in your case which I know that if you put in effort you'll get in, are these two fellows here. Quant and GK. These are, the more you do, the better you get. We can't say for sure for logic. Logic is skill based, no. All you can hope for is be a little sensible. Okay, that's my suggestion. Hello, sir. My score is hanging in 70 around 75 to 80. Obviously, it'll hang. What is this? It will hang. Legal is 26 to 34. English. Let's look at these three things put together. Your reading score. Let's look at this. That's about 28 plus 20 plus about what, 10. This is about 58 to 60. So, okay, I've got 60 from here. Your count is giving you 8 to 12, which is awesome. So, I'm working on my GK. I've done major topic by now. I'm not still confident, but it's and it's CR. Why are you fearing about CR section? So, let's say at this point in time, okay, and how to improve that section now? Why you want to improve CR? I know that 8 to 12 is like very bad. If you want to like look at CR, improvement in CR, you start fresh on CR. Probably pick up Siddharth CR Nugget course. Let's start fresh on CR. That's a way to improve. So if you're consistently getting something wrong, only 10, and if you're practicing a lot, what is going to happen is that it's like this, no? I think in sports, right? I am playing very badly, but I play very badly every single day. So I'll be excellent in playing badly. So if you want to really work on CR, depending on the time that you have, start fresh. Okay, so pick up, let's say, CR nuggets by Siddharth, and maybe use that and pick from them. Or you say, tell yourself, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a little sensible here. My feeling is that you're attempting a lot of questions randomly, or maybe reading the question fast. Maybe is it possible? I will basically do so much to get my score to about 15. Okay, let me make that plan 15. Okay. I'm anyway doing well in legal so long as I don't mess up, which this means that this range means that you have your target, pre-decided target, somehow have to get more than 30 and you're making a lot of gambling mistake. So I think that if you're sensible here, probably that will probably go to 30. And English I can see about 20. Okay. So let's take from here. We have got 50, we have got 65. Okay, we have hit 65. Let's get our GK 10 to 12. I think that let's focus completely on GK. I'm working on my GK. Let's get that baby to 30. Yeah, eat, drink, sleep, GK. And then maths, you're already at 8 to 10. This is 10. So where we are already at 105. Done. Story over. So this is if you're spending lot many time in GK, means me that this the CR, this is not going to happen. So it's a trade-off, right? You have to make a trade-off. This is like a game, man. This is like a game. You have 30 days. You have to make a game. I think I'm looking at yours, and this is probably what I'm thinking should work. Ishank. Amazing session. My score in maths around 8 to 11. Wonderful. Legal. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so very similar story. I think Ishan meet Pra. I don't know. Pra, Isha. You guys are same. I think meet yourself. Hi, say hi. No, same story. Legal, you are 26 to 34. Our Ishang is 28 to 30. English is 15 to 18. 18 to 12. Very, very similar. Logic is 8 to 12. 8 to 12. And the worry that we have is English and logic fluctuate more when I can see what the hell is this. You can get this to 30. Okay, my maths are around 8 to 11, which means math is good. Can I say that, okay, let me do another plan. Let's try and get 15 in maths. If you look at the last 2 years, one set was wrong. So I don't know. All you have to do is, but let's say if all the three sets are kind, all we need is to 8 to 11, which means that you are hitting the third sets also. To get a score of 11, I need to hit the third set. So here you're probably not hitting that score of 15 or very close to 15 is because you're not giving enough time. Therefore, why am I not giving enough time for quant? I'm guessing that this you are obsessed with legal. Somehow I have to look at some amazing score in legal. So legal, I'm going to give you time. Why? At the end of the day, if you're going to get 12 marks, let's give 12 minutes only, no? Yeah. Logically, why are you giving 30 minutes and getting 12 marks? What is the point if we know that 12 minutes? Let's spend 12 minutes, give time there. So here, what I'm basically feeling is that you are getting a same issue with everyone, getting stuck in question, or maybe thinking too much, or marking lot many things because you think that you have to hit a target. Let's again same logic. Let's do enough to keep it to 20. English with logic is fluctuating. English with logic, let's just do just about enough to do over 30, which I think is already there. English plus logic is about 30. Let's say that we can get close to about 30. That is 30 plus 30 plus 30, 30, 30, 30, 19, 10. There you go, 100. Quant. English plus logic 30. Legal 30. GK 30. Content. Oh, there you go. Ishank. Cool dude, man. Nice snap, I must tell you. Priyanshi. Hello, Gejo sir. How should I improve in accuracy in? So you have not told me what is your GK score is. How to improve my accuracy? The only way to improve. What does improving accuracy mean? Improving accuracy simply means that I have to get the questions correct. There are two ways you can read the question correct. First of all, you should read the passage at the pace of your comprehension. A lot of people say that we are obsessed with reading speed. We become Eminem in the paper. We are rap artist. Passage is given, we are rapping. And then at the end of it, what was the song all about? What did you rap? I don't know. But I'm going to the questions and I'm going to think that somehow magically I'll answer. But why? You have to read at the pace of your comprehension. In 30 days, you can't improve the pace of your comprehension. Your pace of comprehension, what it is. Let's accept it now. Okay. You read. I think and then what you sort of need to do is that don't get stuck in any question. This is reasonably fine. I think this is okay. So on a bare minimum, if I add all this together, you're already at 55, and the higher side we've got what, 3 and another 3 and another 3, another 9 marks. You're almost 55 to 64 score, right? I i I think this 15 to 18, 15 to 18, 25 to 28, I'm guessing that you're racking a lot of negative marks. The reason why you're racking a lot of negative marks is either because you're gambling, or because you are not reading the passage at the pace of your comprehension, right? I think those would be the three sort of thing. But I don't know what is your GK score and your quant score. If you can get your GK score to 10, these two put together can get to 40. You're already hitting close to 100. Hello, Jesus, sir. My main point is attempts. First of all, you say main problem. I am always going. So these are all symptoms. Okay. Don't confuse symptoms with problems. Problem means, okay, I understand the issue. I know that if I resolve this, things will happen. Okay. I can't increase my attempt in mocks. Nearly 50 to 55 questions remain attempt mocks. My reading speed is not increasing. Okay. You can't increase your reading speed, my. The only way to increase reading speed is speed fast. Whatever your speed is, that is your speed. It doesn't matter. We are given what, 300 words. What this basic reading speed? Man, you can knock off it in 2 minutes. 150 words per minute. Very slow. 150 words per minute is reading like this. Hello, Gejo sir. My main problem is attempts. I can't increase my attempts in mocks. Nearly 50 to 55 questions remain unattempted in my mocks. That reading speed is 150 words per minute. You can do it in 2 minutes. Then you have got these 5 questions. So if you understand the passage, and the 2 to 3 questions will tell you pick me. One question you're going to be confused with options. Just leave those questions, and you can knock every passage in about 5 minutes, 4 minutes. The key is read the passage at pace of your comprehension and get hold of. Don't get stuck in questions, right? And your score is 55 to 50 to 55. Tells me that apna GK is quant is. Your problem is not reading speed, but it is impossible. If you get a score of 30, I don't know what your thing is at. Let's 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 keep things sensible. So this, your main problem is not attempt. Your main problem is something else, my own. I don't know what the issue is, but I think you should be sort of little sensible in terms of looking at what is that you're doing. So not don't try and at this point of think that I'm going to do reading speed exercise. Not going to help. You're not attempting question is because you're getting stuck. Look at your accuracy, right? So you're attempting 50 questions, you're leaving 100 questions, you're attempting 50 is correct. What does that mean? Which means you are resolving lot of tough questions. You are sticking with confusing questions, and then you're looking at the confusing options and getting half of them right, half of them wrong, while there are 50 questions which you're not even evaluating. I have to evaluate all the 150 questions. What does evaluate mean? I'm going to make a decision, mark or leave. You're not even looking at questions. What does that mean? So let's look at passage 1 has got 5 questions, passage 2 has got questions like this. Let's say that this 2 questions, 2 is easy, the 4 is easy, 5 is easy, medium, let's say difficult. uh let's say easy, medium, difficult, easy. Let's say this. What, instead of, let's say, picking up these questions, this question, chucking this, if the option is getting confused, chuck this and move on to the next one, and do this. So what is it? You will take, let's say, 2 minutes reading this passage, 2 minutes reading this passage. Let's take 3 minutes in your case. Let's say 6 minutes reading these two passages. Easy question will get solved in 10 seconds. Well, option is saying pick me. And these 6 marks will then come by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 60 seconds, 1 minute. So which means even if, let's say, I'm reading in maybe 15 seconds, let's take 2 minutes for this. So in those 8 minutes, if I do it like that, and I'm skipping those questions, I'm getting confused, I'm skipping. I'm getting confused, I'm skipping. 8 minutes, I'm going to take away 6 marks. But what are you doing? You are only doing one passage. You read this passage, let's say, for 3 minutes. This question you got confused, then you go back to the passage, you come back, you go back to the passage, waste 2 minutes on it, and then get negative 1 mark. You get this one correct, and let's say get here again, get confused, waste another 2 minutes. So by the time you know it, we have spent another 8 minutes here. And God, what? Three correct, two wrong, zero point 0.5. We are at 2.5 instead of getting 6. And that's what is happening. Putul money. Sir, my score is around 75. Reading score is about 50. I do face problem in comprehension. See, the first thing I want to ask yourself is that my first question is, if your score is 75 and reading score is 50, non GK plus quantity is 25, not even considering that to be an issue. And this can be improved. This is sheer knowledge. What should I do next? To improve reading sections other than practicing too many? First of all, don't practice too many passage. Who is giving this advice? Who is giving this advice? And this is stupidest and also the simplest advice to give. Easy advice, no? My scores are not improving. Practice more. Well, what kind of advice is that? Like I told you, I'm excellent in. My skill is wrong. I'm practicing my wrong skill and making expert in becoming a wrong skill. What is the point? Like I've told Mayur here, you do the same thing. Okay. My scores are in 60s. My reading is 48. GK. Getting epic score reading. What is this? What about your GK and quant is 17 and we are worried about reading? Keep your bloody reading at 50. Let's keep it at 50. Let's not do anything. We accept the fact that this is my OCAT. Let's hope that the paper is slightly easy. I will probably become sensible. Like I've told you, I'll probably become sensible. Can I simply get this GK to 30 and con to 10? 40 plus 50, 90. Boom, 40 more marks. I know that this is the logic. No, let's say for example, I have 30 days. Let's multiply this every single 30 days. Maybe now it's less than 30 days, but that's okay. Let's multiply this by 5 hours, 150 hours. Okay, maybe some of you can take more time. In this 150 hours, or maybe let's say you're studying on an average 8 hours. Let's take 100 hours. I have two choices. 100 hours, I can work on reading. 100 hours, let's say I can work on GK. GK and 100 hours, maybe I can knock off about 200 events. Right. In 100 hours of reading, I'll probably do, let's say, 15 minutes per passage. So in 1 hour, I can do 4 passages. In 100 hours, let's say I'll do 400 passages. Let's say 100 on reading, 100 on this. By doing these 400 passages, how many marks will you improve? You have done a lot of these passages so far. You've done a lot many passages so far. And your score has not improved. Where is the guarantee? There's no guarantee here. But if I to look 200 events, my GK score is definitely going to improve. This is definite improvement. There is no skill, nothing. GK has no skill, nothing. This will be like just doing more and more and more and more and more and then you go, sir, passages is over. Sir, I need more material. I need more material. And you hunt material from here, there, and some random material pick from here, another material pick from there, another material pick from there. Don't even know whether that material is good, bad, and I keep on kind of looking at it. If I want to improve my reading score, I think you have to basically tell yourself 50 passages I will do, and from this 50 passages, I will improve my score. Which means every passage I have to learn. I'm going to do one passage, then I'm going to do complete postmortem. I'm going to not look at the solutions. I will read the passage once again. I look at every single options. I learn. Okay, I look at the structure, and I should be able to improve my score in 50 passages. If I don't improve my score in 50 passages, there is no. If you can improve my score in 50 passages and not do bloody 400 passages and all. This is like crazy thing. I think we are all our preparation strategy about quantity. Quality is important. GK is all about quantity. There is no quality GK. GK is quantity. I have to do more stuff. Then I remember. But rest skills is quality. You can't take a guitar and randomly do something and say that after about 1 month I've spent every day guitar. I just did some did. Every day I'll do some time pass I do. Where will you become a guitarist? But quality 20 hours. Learning the this one. I'm sure that will improve. Honestly, sir, I am facing a problem in reading speed. See, everybody's obsessed with reading speed. Why? What? Why? There is no need. Skim the passage, scan the passage. What is to read the passage at a pace of comprehension? Your attempt are less than 100, which means that first of all, the same problem, Anushri, is your GK QT issue. And so, what I've told so far, just follow that, right? And whatever I told Mayur, I think you've got the same issue. And choosing. My score is about 70 to 20. Critical reasoning is 12 to 15. RC is this. Legal is this. Let's look at this. This is about what? Let's look at about 13ish, 15ish, and 23ish. We're looking at what? 6, 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 51. Okay, we are at about 50s. Okay, so we can look for improvement here. I want to improve before May 31st. Oh, that'll be tough. Okay. Why want to keep in days like this? There's no need. Okay. Let's not keep like before 31st March. Why no need. On the day of the CLAT, sorry, I'm going to do awesome. My CLAT score is going to be amazing. Whatever is the score that I'm getting today, doesn't matter. On the day, it's going to be amazing. And once the test is done, I will meet Gejo sir and we'll have an interview. And in the interview, Anshu will tell me, sir, to every world, my score has been pathetic, but I kept fighting hard and I cracked CLAT. Okay, coming back to the issue. Mm-mm-mm. I, I think this is something that we can work on. I believe that legal would be if you do the fact principle wala question to work on this. I don't know whether you have got boards or you're free. You can work on, but I think definitely this is an area that we look at. So let's look at. You need 15 more marks, right? Well, about 15 to 25 more marks to get your target of 95. So let's get 10 here only, no? Let's get 5 here only, no? Story over. Additional 10 from here, additional 10 from here, you'll get there. Why worry about reading? Okay, so let's work on this and legal also. I think legal can be improved. Critical reasoning and reading put together. Uh, we have got about 30. Okay, let's leave there. Okay, let's leave it there. Let's hope that the passages are manageable, easy. We'll keep it simple. I think that this can be worked to add another 5, and you can look at these two things. That's I think that. But this GK improvement will not happen in May 31st. So let's not have that. Uh, random target. Okay, just continue. Don't keep a target for a score. In your preparation, don't ever think that okay, on this particular day I have to have a score, on this particular have the score. All these will not happen, and then you unnecessarily sit and worry. No, we continue our process. We continued our effort till the time CLAT happens. That's it. And I know that I'm at so long as I've there's a wall. I'm a ladder kept on the right wall. I have a ladder I'm randomly climbing. Not useful. I have to first keep the ladder against the right wall and then keep walking. Even if you walk slow, you'll reach the destination at some point in time. We may go up, go down, but at least the destination is in place. So create a plan, a sensible plan, achievable, simplistic plan of action, which can get your score high. Okay. Ankit. So okay. English is 40. Okay, English is 15. Logic is about 15. And legal is about 35. And what is the total that I'm looking at? 5, 10, 15. 4, 5, 6, 65 you've got. All right. Current affairs, I'm getting 27 to 30. Interesting. Quant, you're getting 13 to 14. Interesting. All right. Okay. So okay. So you're putting in effort with your CA. Please do that. Okay, just don't stop here. Your QA is in place. Okay, in your place, I understand. Okay, Ankit, sorry. Okay, you probably sorted out lot many issues here, and then okay. So now you're looking at the English and logic. The you have to evaluate couple of things. Okay, I think currently you're at 30. You evaluate the first thing is that you're attempting 28 to 30, you're attempting 20, 25, you're attempting lot many questions. Okay. Um, so 28 to 30, there are a lot of questions are getting wrong. So gut feeling, my pure gut feeling is that maybe you're reading the passage fast. Sir, I'm able to comprehend the passage, but not able to choose the best option. I'm always get confused to what to mark, and my marks are specifically detected the questions like which is true, which is most likely infer or agree. Okay. I think Ankit, I think that let's start. I don't know whether let's why don't you pick up take the help of Siddharth, a CR nugget. Let's start logic fresh. Okay, so you continued your effort in this area. I'm assuming that you're not gonna look at this. I think once you get your logic in place, I'm sure that English can be worked out. So let's assume that today I'm starting fresh with logic, starting once again, fresh, starting from 101. I'll forget what happened yesterday. Take the help of CR nuggets. Get under I think that they have a group also. No, Siddharth group. Siddharth has a group. Go there, get into the group, and and just follow what it asks you to do. And that would be my solution to this. I'm sure that will help. We just need to add. Okay, we are. This is actually fine. This is not a huge problem. We are looking at 18ish, no. So if the paper is manageable, is 20. I don't think that you should worry too much. Okay. I'm sure that at this point in time your scores are fluctuating up and down. Just don't bother about those things. But yeah, so this is like you could probably start fresh. You could also use LSAT India material for your reading and logic. That could help a lot. But okay, I'm telling you too many things. What my suggestion is that just go CR nuggets. Siddharth sir, please take care of me, and then follow what he asked you to do. And the rest of the thing you're sorted. Very good, Ankit. Very good. Sir, thanks for great session. I'm here to ask, should I go with GK month and monthly, weekly, and recent mine like April and May weekly month? I think yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, this is fine. Recent months you go weekly month and before that you go monthly. I think this makes sense. And shall I give mock or alternate days or 4 to 5 days? 4 to 5 days, man. Current my score is 50 to 60. Fluctuate a locked can improve it. Reading sanction is 50, which means your GK is bad. GK is horrible. GK is like I have not studied GK. So now, if you have to get your score up, you have to make a very important choice. This is the time, Soumya. We'll have to make a choice. We could make a choice telling that if you're looking at if you make a choice with saying that for 50, okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll take mock test every 4 to 5 days. Don't take alternate days, and let me go QT plus GK, uh, especially GK. Let me just go and dive deep. Whatever time that I have, let me just focus on GK. Okay, because nothing is coming out of GK. Even if let's say 25 comes out of GK and 5 comes out of that's an 80. Assume that 30 comes out of GK. I think that realistically we can look at about 25. You need to have your quant in place. If you're getting only a score of 50, don't spend 90 minutes for it. I think that quant can give about 10. That will get your score to about 35. And this natural improvement here will probably go to about I think we can get at least about 90, 90s. That can happen. That's what I'm looking at. Sir, make a video on how to improve from 50 to 80. 50 to 80. Why you want to improve? Okay, if you want to improve 50 to 80, I think GK. You're a dropper. I don't like the word dropper, but it's okay. You've got time with you. So 50, matlab, your GK is not happening. That's why you're 50. So GK, focus GK. Anything else? Okay, this is something that I picked up. Tiger Gaming, 15 to 17, 20, 10. Okay, there's no question here. Please help. Again, the same thing. GK is 25. Okay, you have not mentioned quant. First of all, I'm putting a target. GK plus quant is 35 to 40. Let's put that a target. Remaining, you've got 15 to 17. Logic is an issue. Legal is 20. I think this can be improved, like I told you. Get this legal close to about 30. Add another 10 marks to it. Right. So this is about 30, 45. You like just 45 here. And if you have time, I think this if you want to work on logic, you've got too many things to worry about. So make a bet in terms of out of these three areas, which one you want to hit. My suggestion will be legal. If you want to pick up logic, pick up the CR Nugget course. Or I think we can work on legal. Get there. Okay. If your logic improves, your English improves. Uh, so this can probably get to about 30 maybe, and but this can go. I don't know whether the quant plus this GK can get to about 40. That itself will get a score to about 70, and then you don't have to worry about these two things. No, that's already 25. You're at 95. Okay, where is it? Thanks, sir. Really, I'm able to connect to your points today. One doubt, is month end sufficient for GK? Sufficient is a bad word. I don't know what is sufficient. I can't say Mandhan is necessary. I can't say Mandhan is sufficient. It's neither a sufficient condition, not a necessary condition, but it's a sensible thing to do. Right? It has got all the events. Some of the events obviously you have to go depth. Um, so in that sense, that's what I would say. Okay. Oh, that's the end of it. I think we have answered quite a lot of questions. We answered many questions, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. It took me 50 minutes already. Okay. If you are here till the end, thank you so much for staying. And I so this was not a planned sort of a video, but I thought that this video would be useful and could be helpful to you guys. So let me know if there is anything more you want me to take. We have got enough time. Lot of time, lot of things can happen. I'm putting a lot of videos on LSAT India as well. That's something I would want to do. If there's anything else that you would want in the last 20 odd days, 20 25 odd days, let's know. Let us know. Okay. Bye bye. Take care.